All right, we are live, and there's a there's a lot to talk about tonight. Let's uh let's check this out. All right, and welcome to the Coke Cinema. My name is Aaron. I'm just opening up this Coke here, and I'm sorry, I'm opening up this unnamed soda, and we are going to be looking at the Halloween Ends trailer. We are going to be looking at the several announcements. Hey there, Indy. Hey there, DJ. It's my jet. Hey, that's Cass. Welcome, man. Okay. So, the trailer. This thing doesn't look to be lit up. Let's find out. Can you hear me? Do I need to change my mic? Let me know. Let me know this mic is working okay, because I'm concerned that it's not lighting up. Okay, thank you, DJ. So we're gonna look at the trailer. I'm not quite sure. Hey, Mr. Gas, thank you. I thumbed you up too. If I did, I better have. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna make sure. All right, so we're gonna look at the trailer here. If you did not watch Master Cass's video on this, he did a video with him and some other people on Web Movies on there. There's like some really cool people on there reacting to the trailer. Do we do this silent? Because I don't want to get like copyright stricken, but I kind of want to listen to the trailer. We're gonna stop it like through, and there's one thing I got to say right now. What you get out of this trailer depends on where the hell you watch this trailer at. So when I watched this trailer, it was on Universal's website. On Universal, you didn't get claimed. Excellent. We're gonna try it. Not yet. That's always the thing. Not yet, because there's a whole lot. There's a whole lot to. Anybody watch the trailer from Universal? Because they give a description for this movie, like you're reading the back of the box in a video store. I'm not joking. There's a lot given away. So whether you guys want me to talk about the description or not, we'll get to that. But right now, I guess I'm going to unmute it and going to put it on full. It's only a minute and 16 seconds. I'll stop it. I'm going to go back here and there. So it looks like we're getting I'm not sure if this is back like with Halloween Kills or this is a brand new. Oh, they're definitely going to be pausing. I'll tell you that right now. So I like the POV start of it already. I'm kind of digging that. So that's that's a plus. I know Master Cass is got to like that. That's old school Halloween. So we're good with that. We're good with this part. I like the house. I kind of wish that I gotta stop for a second. Remember part 5? Remember Halloween part 5? That's right. I got it like here. I got it recently on 4K. Remember when they showed the house in Halloween 5? And all of a sudden, like, went from being this normal suburban house to being hey there, George, welcome, man. What looks to be a Gothic style mansion. Am I the only person that actually really dug that like whacked out house in part five? Because I did. All right, this is shades of the first one actually. Okay, Master Case isn't wrong. She does look. I'm not sure if she's younger, but like there's been a 4 year time jump. We know that, that's not something given away. They've been talking about that, and I think that she's lived a good life in between.
Let's go.
Okay, this is the new character I'm thinking. Director of Halloween 5, Dominique Othen Gerard was the second unit director on Kills. Oh, thanks, Warlock. See, I'm a big fan of Part 5. I know a lot of people aren't, but I kind of really like it. Okay, the mask is really burned up right there. Just go back for a second. So either this is right after, it can't be right after what we saw, because look at this. Look at the mask. Like it's really been put through the ringer. And this isn't the same. I guess maybe there's something done with it. It's not the same mask as, or it doesn't look the same as before. Now, I think, well, I think that's from the original. I'm not quite sure if this is actually a shot from the original or if it's from, her exhibit comes back. It's Buster shot. Or if it's going to be like, they're going to be taking some stuff from the original. They're going to be like kind of reproducing like they did with the last one. I hope to get a little bit of that. One of my favorite parts of Halloween Kills was those flashback sequences. These were really well done. So I am going to guess that this is so this is the scene from Halloween Kills where she's basically saying, let it burn. So they're splicing in little scenes from the original films as well. There's a pretty obvious reason why that is. So you know what that is. One of the reasons that made me sad last movie, actually. So people mentioned that Allison is wearing like a kind of a cop jacket. So the thing with this is, I'm not quite sure if Allison's become a police officer, or maybe like say, actually there's one. I'm actually not picking up any more deflects for a while, but my mom actually bought me one. So you'll see that soon, which is really sweet of her. There's a huge sale on actually. So I'm not sure if she's, because sometimes when something happens to and you're waiting in a police car or something goes on, like they'll drape the coat over you type of thing. But I could see her becoming, considering what happened in Halloween Kills, it makes perfect sense for her to become a police officer. That's image reminds me of Halloween 4. Come
and get me, motherfucker.
There's a couple points where is there more? Did this? I would expect the redheaded scene that we see to happen maybe somewhere near the end, near the beginning of the film, or somewhere like in the middle of it, in the midst of it. And I expected that this would be near the ending of the film, like the Laurie Michael face off, but I'm not thinking that now. And I will tell you why. Look at the mask. So look at the mask here, right here. Where are we at now? So I can actually know where to come back. 50 seconds in. And the scene with the redhead. See if I can find it. Because that mask looks way more burnt up. Come on, it's on a minute and 18 seconds. Come on, it can't be that hard to find sequence. I wonder if we're going to get Ben Tramer this one. I have a running theory that Ben Tramer is Karen's dad. It wasn't maybe that far back. I'm pissing some people off, I'm sure, by just going through like this, but it's just a better way to see what's going on. Like, there's certain sequences in this film, and the mask looks different. And this, sure, the mask looks really different. Like, look right here. Okay, here it is right here. See? So, if you can see that, you can kind of see it here. Is he wearing him? Is he not wearing his mask there? No, he's wearing his mask. I'm sure he is. It looks like it's kind of. Is that not Michael? Wish I could zoom in. All right, let's start it.
Come and get me, motherfucker.
So what scene, by the way, am I supposed to look for his hands? So I got a question. We'll look over this again, by the way. When Michael gets stabbed in the hand, it's not Laurie holding the knife. Okay, I got a couple of thoughts here. One, is there more than one person in the mask? Because it looks like it. Two, I'm getting a feeling Laurie may not make it all the way through this, which I'm okay with. I think we're going to be thrown with a huge curveball here. Hey there, William. Welcome, man. Apparently, there's a whole description right beneath here, which I read part of and stopped. But here's the thing. I'm going to say this right now. Exactly. In 2018, remember the fingers that were missing? I'm thinking there's some Friday 5 stuff going on here, man. There's been so many callbacks to previous films and films that never got made, sequences, Silver Shamrock Mask, scenes from that reminds you, like my daughter actually said, Moldus, she said that there's a scene that's not in the movie, that's in the book, where Tommy Doyle has a thorn tattoo. So obviously there's a lot of callbacks that did make it in as well. So the fact of them doing like the imposter Michael, which is what Resurrection was supposed to be, would not surprise me. That doesn't mean I don't think Michael's going to be in the movie. No, I just mean there could be more than one. But there's a description. Before I go any further, do you want me to read the description? Because there is a description that gives a little bit of context to this. Not to what's on here pretty much, but a little bit of context to what's kind of the baseline of the plot of the film. I cannot read it, or I can read it. Yeah, when Michael opens the door, he should be missing 2 fingers. Because here we go. I would love to see Daniel Harris come back. This is Laurie Strode's last stand. After 45 years, the most acclaimed, revered horror franchise in film history reaches its epic, terrifying conclusion. As Laurie Strode faces off for the last time against the embodiment of evil, Michael Myers, in a final confrontation unlike any captured on screen before, only one of them will survive. And that's where you think it would end, right? That's where a normal description like this would end. But no, here we go. Icon Jamie Lee Curtis returns for the last time as Laurie Strode, horror's first final girl. Not her mother was. Well, she didn't make it, did she? And the role that launched Curtis's career. Curtis has portrayed Laurie for more than 4 decades now. One of the longest actor-character pairings in cinema history. When the franchise relaunched in 2018, Halloween shattered box office records. 4 years after the events of last year's Halloween Kills, Laurie is now living with her granddaughter, Allison, and is finishing writing her memoir. Michael Myers hasn't been seen since. Laurie, after allowing the specter of Michael to determine and drive her reality for decades, has decided to liberate herself from fear and rage and embrace life. I would love it, Craig. So we're getting a lot of here, right? But when a young man, Corey Cunningham, I guess he's in the show The Hardy Boys, I've never seen that, is accused of killing a boy he was babysitting, it ignites a cascade of violence and terror that will force Laurie to finally confront the evil she can't control once and for all. So who the hell is this Corey? Halloween Ends co-stars returning cast Will Patton as Officer Frank Hawkins, Carl Richards as Lindsay Wallace, and James Jude Courtney as the Shape. So that's a lot, guys. They told us a lot right there. We know that we know the time jump is definitely confirmed. We know that they're not crapping over the movie. That's the thing. People think they're crapping over the movie, but they're saying that it's going to shock and it's going to upset some fans. It's their way to try and hype the movie, AJ. And for some people, though, I think it's not working. It's getting the wrong thing across. But I don't agree. I think I understand what they're doing. Yeah, so there's this character named Corey who was accused of killing somebody who was babysitting. So we got this whole other new character coming in the final act. And we have a more well-adjusted Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode. So that's why we're seeing Jamie looking pretty snazzy, pretty good, right? Years of living like that, like the way she was living before, definitely put like definitely put a hardship on her. But she's had 4 years to like raise her granddaughter and realize that Michael wasn't going after her, that it was totally random. Now they could have went in a different direction. They could have had her like really like obsessed with going after Michael because of what happened at the end of Halloween Kills. But it looks like what they're doing with this one right here is she's doing what a lot of people do when they go through tragedy like that. You write it out. You let your art like speak for you. So she's exercising her demons through pen and paper or through computer nowadays, right? I'm old. Um, but all of a sudden, I love the Cunningham, right? You got to do that. Sean Cunningham reference there, guys. Is accused of killing a boy who was babysitting. I'm not quite sure how that's going to equate to like Michael, unless he does it in a way, unless one either Michael did it and he's saying Michael did it, but nobody believes him, or he does it in a way that he actually does kill the kid, and he's does it in a Michael Myers type of way. Either way, I think that we got this whole like mantra of evil dies tonight. Remember that? Some people liked it, some people hated it, most people hated it. It kind of got on my nerves after a while. And evil didn't die that night. And I think evil's not going to die this night either. Hey, Dustin, welcome, man. I really don't think that evil is going to be dying in this film. Now, that being said, I do think Michael Myers might be dying in this film. I don't think I haven't speak, Sean. There's only one word that Michael Myers could say that I would consider okay. And obviously it's not going to be die. Because, yeah. It is weird. Sometimes they do. It depends on the thing. So when these trailers are put out, depending on who does it, the creative team, the marketing team behind there will do kind of a write-up. Sometimes it's longer or shorter than others. And sometimes they just put the trailer there. But whoever was working with Universal decided to like really did his, I guess he wanted to do his job well. I worked in not in like in film like public relations, but I worked in public relations before, so this is standard. 90-minute brawl between Laurie and Michael. We could definitely see that. What if it's a Michael Myers copycat? I think I'm not ruling that out. That would piss people off. Like when people say that would piss people off, that would piss people off. That wouldn't piss me off. But like when you're looking at the trailer, he came home. That's the thing, Andy. Like you saw the last movie, right? He came home. What if that's what he had to do? What if he has to pass it on? Now, for those that don't know, there was a series of books put out, like young adult books, based on the Halloween franchise, and they're really hard to get right now. And there's only a couple, two or three, I think like three done. There are some Friday 13th ones too. So, but in the Friday the 13th like series of books that were done, young adult books that were done, the mask carried the evil and went from person to person, and it had a bit of mystery to it, like who was under the mask type of thing. So, no, I don't say we're going to get anything like that, but I do kind of have this feeling that even if Michael dies, and I would not be surprised if Jamie Lee Curtis came into this franchise and said, like me and you agree with Kills, man. I chopped off his head and they took it back. I want my ending. I want this movie to definitively kill off Michael, or I'm not coming back. I want him to die. I want to get my head. I want to get the decapitation done, whether it's me or Allison. I want Michael to die, even if my character has to die with Michael. It makes sense because you have to remember when she went into film H2O, she was sold a bill of goods that they did not deliver on. She kept coming back to them, talking about the ending of the film. and they kept changing it, and they kept leaving it ambiguous. Like, and she's like, "Wait a minute, this is not what I signed up for. I didn't sign up to to a movie where he doesn't die. I signed up to kill him." So they actually said, "Well," said, "the only way I'll do that the other way is if you kill me off right at the beginning of the next film." Then we get that he really can't die. See, they're trying to make sure, Indy, that there's enough done to him that he can be beaten up really badly, much like in the early Friday 13 films. But he still, he can still survive it. It does look like she's wearing the outfit from 78 film. The shirt, you mean? Like the blue shirt? Well, here's the thing. Halloween's had many timelines. We've had the Cult of Thorn timeline. We've had the Michael dies in the hospital timeline. We've had the Jamie timeline, which some people end at part 5. We've had the Rob Zombie timeline. We've had the Resurrection timeline where Michael fights Busta Rhymes. They can definitively kill Michael. It doesn't matter, because if you were to ask me, like, are they going to make another Halloween movie? Blumhouse? Probably not. Maybe not, or not for a while. Somebody else? Hell yeah. I really do think that Halloween is one of those franchises that's going to keep on going. Hate Show timeline. There you go. Another timeline. That's going to keep on going, and people are going to make their own versions of it. Much like, Zombie made his version, which didn't speak to me, but spoke to a lot of other people. Much like these Dave Gordon Green films have been speaking to me. Like, I've been liking them pretty much. That's the killer part. That's the thing. I gotta check something here. My daughter had a really good thought on Michael actually being dead. So, but I can't read out unless she said so. I don't think we're going to go that meta, Indy. It would be interesting though. I could see that in a future film. This is going to end the trilogy that we got right now. Where Michael is going to die. He's definitely gonna die. I think. I don't think we're gonna leave this one with Michael die. I think Jamie Curtis's character, Laurie Strode, I expect her to die. I expect Allison to live. Whether Allison is the hero at the end of the film, or Allison does a Jamie Strode and goes nuts. I'm a little bit thrown by the Corey character. That's the one thing that's kind of throwing me. Who's this Corey guy? What's this other murder? How does it relate to Michael Myers? Did Michael do the other murder? Did Corey do the other murder? Have we got more than one Michael Myers or one person under the mask in the film? She's definitely they definitely are promoting Laurie as coming in super heavy with this one, isn't he? Laurie's all over the trailer in this one. She wasn't in the last one, but she's all over the trailer in this one. And they could still kill her off in the first 50 minutes. Probably a story inside Laurie's head, and she's the crazy one. There's nothing right now that's not on the table. So there's no definitive, okay, this is where it's going to be. If there's anything we've learned from the last 2 films, is not to expect. I think that Halloween 2018 did a great job of bringing back Halloween and making it scary again, making it exactly what a lot of people really, really wanted it to be. People that felt left out during the Rob Zombie era, and at the same time, we're able to get in people that like the Rob Zombie films. And just came in and just like Halloween 2018 was pretty. It was a pretty much a fan pleaser. Now Halloween Kills, they went total balls to the wall with this one. Hey there, video man, welcome, man. They really did. So we got actual mascots. So yes, Jamie Lee Curtis picks up a globe, right? And Michael Myers is inside of it. Nice throwback to, for those that don't know, St. Aster was a TV series back in the 80s. The entire series was about a hospital called St. Eligius. And the end of the series had this little boy, and the globe was inside, and there's a globe hospital with a globe inside of us, this snow globe. And the entire series was his imagination. Now it's kind of like the put like a whole cap around that. When Halloween was put out on on VHS, one of the things that they did was they put out a snow globe with Laurie and Michael, but it was a blood globe instead of a snow globe. It was definitely went like really in, like the Halloween Kills was the most violent and brutal of the Halloween films. That includes pretty much all of them. The opening to that was insane. So there's some really interesting stuff there. I mean, I think it's just ended at this point, Sean. I mean, it's just to the point where um, we've gotten the story of the obsessed Lori and what it's done to her life. We've gotten the story of how it's affected the town of Haddonfield overall. Do I think there'll be a flashback of Loomis again? I do. I really do. I think that if there wasn't going to be before Indy, I think that there will be now, and I'll tell you why I think there will be. That was one of the most fan favorite things in the last film. That guy looks amazingly like Loomis. They got the guy that did the voice work in H2O to come back and do the character Loomis again, the Vice Loomis. So he did a good job. So I expect to see that. We're going to see a bit of like flashback stuff. Young Laurie flashback. I expect that. I expect to see. Here's the thing. We've got the introspect of this is how it affected Jamie. This is how it affected her family. We got how it affected the town. What we haven't got is how it affected Michael. And I'm not sure if I want that. But that's a possibility. Michael goes back to his house. He looks out the window. It was a big part of the other one. There's something about the way they looked out the window. There's something about what he thought, what he was thinking, what he was feeling. Why the window? Why that view? No, I mean Michael. I don't think we're going to get like how it affected Donald Pleasance's character. But we could get some more about Michael. Hopefully not too much. But it does have a lot of Friday 13th vibes. There's some places where, like, it was mentioned earlier that by someone on here, I think it was EW, that his hand isn't damaged in the scene where with the door. But we don't know if if that viewing angle is flipped and his hand is damaged on the other side. Like, that could be a thing there as well. But the mask looks really different. And it throws me off that the mask looks so damaged when he's killing the redhead and looks so much more pristine. Not pristine, but doesn't look as bad when he's going after Laurie. 4 to 5 years, yeah. So that means to me one of like there's a couple things it can mean. This could mean that we're going to get Laurie heavy at the beginning of it, and she's going to be gone. That's going to be it. Or what it could mean is that there's more than one mask. There's more than one person. There could be a copycat. Hey, Trash, welcome, man. So if they kill Michael, then how is it done? How do you kill him? If they're going to kill him, Sean, then they're going to have to do it definitively. I don't think they're going to kill the evil, but I do think they're going to kill Michael, because those are two different things. And I would say do it in a way that you know he's not going to get up. Yeah, Jamie and Michael die together in the same scene. He stabs her, she beheads him, something along that lines. Laurie, yeah, we know what you mean. Strong thoughts on the beheading. That's where I lean right now. Because if you cut his head off, and you find out that it is him. There's no like, oh, it was somebody else. Like it's definitively Michael in the sequence, and his head is cut off. You don't come back from that. Like Michael doesn't get up after his head's cut off. Doesn't, like, no matter how supernatural you are at that point, without it going too wacko crazy. The only way Michael gets up after his head cuts off is if they tied into part 3. Colonel Cochran comes out. Michael's actually a robot, and he's like, okay, I've ruined Halloween for everybody, including everybody watching the film. I really hope that doesn't happen. But there's your weird ass ending for Halloween Ends. Can you imagine though? A mind game. So you're thinking more like maybe something along the lines of what Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 actually was. Where most of it was like when I watched the movie, that's how I got it, was in his mind. Well, they haven't talked about EW. They've been talking about like the radio station and Shades of the Fog. But here's the thing. And this is why I think that Michael's going to die and that somebody else is going to grab that mask. John Carpenter made a comment about the film, and he said that it's different, but it's like one of his other films. It's like Christine, and people made jokes like that, but like, oh, so is Michael going to turn to a car? Is Michael going to be a transformer? No, I think what's going to happen is that much in the way that, and I'm going to really sink something home to you right now. I want you to think about this and tell me if this hits you. Much in the way that Christine corrupts and destroys Arnie Cunningham, maybe Michael Myers and the specter of Michael Myers destroys Corey Cunningham. So let that sink in for a second. Exactly, Andy. Same name. Is it a nod to Christine or a nod to Sean Cunningham? Is there more to it? I can tell you right now, that's not something I thought up ahead of time. I'm Christine, like Indy, one of my favorite Carpenter films. As I was starting to say it, it clicked in my head. And I'm like, his name is Corey Cunningham. The guy that Christine, ruins his life and takes over and turns him into a bad guy is Arnie Cunningham. John Carpenter said that it's going to be like Christine. And since I don't see Michael going around with a car that fixes itself, and I feel that somebody is getting corrupted, maybe even taking over the mantle. So Blumhouse could definitively end Halloween. They could not make another Jamie Lee Curtis, Michael Myers Halloween. However, they could make another Shape film. They could leave it open and make another Shape film. Now, they would have to do this in a way as not to, and I love Friday 13th Part 5. Let me preface that. Okay? A lot of people didn't, and I get it. I completely get it. Where they would have to set up the character well enough that, and strong enough, that people would follow it. That people wouldn't just go out there and say, oh, look, Michael's not under the mask, I'm not going to watch it. See, Friday 13th started that really well with Friday 13th Part 4, the final chapter. People were interested in seeing what would happen with Tommy Jarvis as under that mask. But they waited too long. And he put in like a placeholder killer to just here's let's make Tommy Jarvis even more insane. He was by the end of Halloween of Friday 13th 4, he's insane enough. If you did done Friday 13th Part 5 and Tommy would have been the killer, and nobody would have been surprised. A lot of people would have been more hinting towards it, and I think they would have went over a lot better. And we may not have seen the moves we saw now. So who knows? It's things going away for a reason. But again, no prior knowledge to this. It's just and Blumhouse is not a company to just let a franchise just go that's making money. And Halloween's making a lot of money. Now, obviously, Dave Gordon Green's going on to do the Exorcist films. Exactly, and I wish it would have followed through with Harris, actually. That would have been a really good ending. But just because David Gordon Green's not doing it doesn't mean it can't be done by somebody. And that somebody might already be in the works. So what do you think, guys? What do you think of that? That's my theory right now. I could be 100% wrong. We'll look at this later on. Exactly. But maybe Blumhouse is leaving that door open. So if another studio gives a better offer and they want to go with that, share some lines. I came in to chew bubblegum and kick ass. I'm a little bubblegum, right, Will? So it'll be different. It'll be interesting. I don't know. I think James Wan for Exorcist would have been too. I don't think he would have wanted to, Sean. And basically for him, I guess, in a weird way, it's he's done a lot of haunting stuff. So it's familiar territory. Maybe a bit too familiar for him. But it's interesting. One more thing, though, before I go tonight is Sever made a huge announcement. And I wanted to kind of cover that for a second before I'll let you guys go. If you guys don't mind, we'll check it out because I haven't really got to look at it very well yet, and I wanted to do it here. So let's do that as a bonus at the right now. So that's my thoughts on Halloween Ends. I thought the trailer was fantastic. It's got me intrigued. I got to send this off to my A second. Okay. Okay. It depends. If I'm near a theater that I can see it in, I definitely would. All right. So here it is right now. There is the House of Psychotic Women. So for those that are unaware, um, Kayla Janice wrote a book called House of Psychotic Women. Hey there, George. Have a great evening, man. I know it's late where you're at, so thank you for staying up with me. Maybe it's Lori's Coleman dream. You never know. Uh, and House of Psychotic Women was an amazing read. I don't have a copy anymore, so this is intriguing to me. So for the 10th anniversary of House of Psychotic, I think it's 10th anniversary, House of Psychotic Women, she's putting out a box set, and it's a really different box set for Severin. So we'll look at the big set. So the Baddie bundle is $153. It comes with the House of Psychotic Women Rarities Collection Blu-ray box set. It comes with a House of Psychotic Women signed hardcover book with bonus CD. And this book, by the way, will be an expanded edition. So if you had the other older edition, like the old one, this is going to have more into it. Like Batch Check Poster Republic, Poster Replica, 24 by 36, folded. Footprint Sleep Mask, Identikit scarf. That really blows my mind. That Identikit, like, it's because it's Elizabeth Taylor, man. Is in Severin, and you're getting a tote bag here as well. In 2012, Kayla Janice published. 10 years. 10 years, perfect. House of Psychotic Women, built as an autobiographical topography of female neurosis and horror and exploitation. It soon became one of the most vital genre tomes of all time. To mark the book's 10th anniversary, award-winning writer, programmer, filmmaker Janice now presents four of the strongest and strangest explorations of on-screen delirium and hysteria, all on American Blu-ray for the first time. Elizabeth Taylor stars in 1974's Identikit, aka The Driver's Seat, as a hostile woman who travels to Rome to find the most dangerous liaison. In the surreal 1986 Polish horror comedy I Like Bats, a female vampire discovers that love may be the cruelest curse of all. Frinda Balkan stars in the startling 1975 amnesiac giallo Footprints from director of The Fifth Chord. Oh, is this Footprints on the Moon? So AJ, is Footprints on the Moon? Like, does it have is that the other name? And British screenwriter, yeah, it's actually a good film. And radical theater icon Jane Arden directs 1972's harrowing The Other Side of the Underneath. I'm very excited. I did not know that was the same film. Each film has been restored from original vault elements with all new introductions by the author and hours of special features produced exclusively for this collection. Yeah, AJ, Shameless Screen Entertainment in the UK put up Footprints on the Moon like a few years back. I got the DVD edition of that. So, disc one, what remains the most obscure, bizarre, and wildly misunderstood film of her entire career, perhaps even 70s Italian cinema. Elizabeth Taylor stars as a disturbed woman who rises to Rome to find a city fragmented by autocratic law, leftist violence, and her own increasing unhinged mission to find the most dangerous liaison of all. So we got feature-wise on here, introduction by Kayla Janice, of course. Auto commentary with TCM Underground curator Millie de Chirico. That's really cool. A lack of absence, writer and literary historian Chandra Mayer on Meryl Spark and the driver's seat. Got a trailer, 185 aspect ratio, English and Italian mono, which is what I want. Closed captions, optionally subtitles, region A, so make sure you know that, guys. And 102-minute runtime. Had to mute myself because I felt burpy. We got Alec Bats here, directed and co-written by, okay, Polish actor best known for his performance in Three Colors White. The 1986 film group production combines splashes of absurdist black humor with jolts of old school gothic horror for a slyly contemporary take on the female bloodsucker mythos. Razna Walter, I mispronounced that, stars as a happily single young vampire who works in her aunt's curio shop when not feeding on vampire suitors and sleaze bags. When she falls for a handsome psychiatrist, she'll discover that no affliction is more horrific than love. We got, of course, an introduction by Kayla, which is kind of cool. So if Kayla used to do, and I'm not sure if she still does or not, but she used to do in Vancouver these horror movie marathons. So this is kind of like getting one of her horror movie marathons and seeing and getting her introduction to the films. Got an auto commentary with Camilla Wolobaska, actor and co-editor of A Story of Sin, Surrealism, Polish Cinema. That's a really good TV spot. 166 Polish Manio, optional English subtitles. Thank you. Region free. There you go, region free. And runtime 81 minutes. So discs 3 and 4 are the US cut and the Italian cut of Footprints. I have to wait till a halfway sale for this, more than likely, unless I come into some money. Somebody will know. From the Balkan stars as a freelancer. I know this one. Translator who wakes up one morning missing all memory of her past 3 days. But while a trail of odd clues lead her to a place where perception and identity are never what they seem. Nicolette Elmy, Evelyn Stewart, love Evelyn Stewart, Lila Kedrova, and Klaus Kinski. Yep, this is the one I saw. Co-star in this visually stunning gem. It really is visually stunning, actually. Directed by Luigi Bazzoni, and with Oscar-winning cinematographer Vittorio Storero, the guy that did Bird with Crystal Plumage. Box sets have become a major factor with Severin Warlock. You're 100% correct on that. Now scanned in 4K from the original camera negative. So we got introduction Michaela Janice, To the Moon, interview with actress Ida Jali, Nicoletta Elmi, Italian cinema's Ascendant, video essay by film scholars Alexandra Heller Nicholas. She's really getting a lot of stuff, man. And Craig Martin. Audio commentary with film historian Kat Ellinger on the Italian cut. That's pretty incredible. We got Alexandra Heller Nicholas and Kat Ellinger in the same one. Interview with cinematographer Vittori Sorrero. And on the fifth disc, we get the fifth film, To the Side of Underneath, done in 1972. I was 1 year old at the time. Hey, Cam, welcome, man. What up? It's been called Harrowing, Seriously Disturbed, and part documentary, part primal scream. More than half a century later, remains all that and more. In 1972, screenwriter, feminist, radical theater icon Jane Arden adapted her own multimedia stage production, A New Commune for Freaks, Prophets, and Witches, into a nightmarishly exploration of reason, chaos, and her own battles with mental illness, unlike anything audiences have seen before or since. Sheila Allen from Children of the Damned and Lynn, renowned visual artist Penny Salinger, and Arden herself star in the only British feature film of the 1970s, solo directed by a woman. That's pretty telling, isn't it, huh? Recently restored to 2K by BFI, the British Film Institute. We get a introduction by Michaela Janice, extended work print version of the film. That should be interesting, especially for such an unusual film. Sheila Allen interview, Natasha Morgan interview, extended sequences, Penny Slinger live at the Masatonic Institute of Horror Studies, Penny Slinger Out of the Shadows trailer. So, oh my God, this looks amazing. One last thing before I let you go. They did announce the new stuff coming out from Criterion. We're getting Eve's Bayou, Cure by Kurosawa, not that Kurosawa, Kiyoshi Kurosawa, Lalanra. We're getting Arsenic and Old Lace. I actually love this film. I was in a stage production of this film. Actually, I think it was in 2 stage productions of this film, actually. Lost Highway, which is one of my better half's favorite movies. And coming to 4K for October, the classic zombie film, Night of the Living Dead. So, all in all, some pretty cool stuff. Arsenic and Old Lace. You have taste, my man. You have taste. So there we go. A couple days ago, I unboxed these 2 films, Halloween 4 and 5 on 4K, because this year, the Call to Cinema is going back. AJ, thanks so much for coming in. I hope to see you again soon. You did amazingly awesome here. The Call to Cinema is going to go back into Halloween, and we're going to look at the films and give them. We're gonna do some stuff with the Halloween franchise this year. So we're gonna have some fun. October is gonna be interesting, and I have some big plans. So I've already been thinking them out. Anywho, my name is Aaron, but you know that already. And this has been the Call to Cinema. And Halloween ends. The Cunningham Connection. Could it be? When does the movie come out again? Halloween October 14th. On October the 14th, could evil both die and be resurrected? We'll find out. I will see you soon, right here again, in the Cult Cinema.